Hey lovely naturals. So I'm making this recording for people like me who like to do their learning while they're doing other things, while they're driving, while they're cooking, while they're creating something else. So for those of you that the content is getting a bit overwhelming, I will be recording copies of it. So here we go. As you may already know, the content has been created by JC, who runs Tricia's Naturals, and if you're not already a member of that group, send her a request. She's on Facebook, but I've just created this just in the meantime for those of you that want to know what's happening with the challenge that she's put out. I think her content and the things she creates are just right on point, so more of us should be aware of what she's doing and share and join in. So the first post she did was around trimming, and that was going to be the first step of our 6 months growth challenge. And you're just going to trim if you need it. So if your hair is pretty healthy already, then you're not going to go ahead and cut off healthy ends. So the reason why we trim is that damaged ends do not allow your styles to look nice, especially when you want curly styles. Damaged ends also cause more breakage and knots. So she's given us a view of what the damaged hair looks like, so have a look in that post and you'll be able to see the visible signs of hair that needs trimming. And your options for trimming are that you either do it yourself or get a stylist to do it. And if you're choosing to do it yourself, you can do it on straightened hair, but you can also do it on unstraightened hair. And the benefits of seeing a stylist is that it's easier for them to see exactly where to trim. And also, since they tend to trim on heat straightened hair, they will get more of an even result. But you do not have to see a stylist. If you are seeing a stylist, make sure you see a stylist who knows exactly what they are doing. Otherwise, you do run the risk of getting heat damage, since most can only trim on heat straightened hair. And of course, getting heat damage will set you back several steps from your length goals. So weigh up your options before you do that. And if you are choosing to trim it yourself, then you also have to make sure that you're using a sharp pair of scissors. So I personally have scissors that are only shears, not just regular scissors, that I only use for cutting hair. So that's the kind of thing you want to do, and you don't use those scissors for anything else, because you want it to be super sharp and cleanly cuts the damaged hair and not leave leave snags essentially. So if you're going to do it yourself, you can also straighten first or not straighten first. Most of us, I think, trying to be healthy with our hair, we don't straighten first. On stretched hair would be fine. So what you do is do it in small twists or plaits. Then you trim off the tapering ends. And the beauty of this is that you can wear the twist or whatever styles that you have gotten in before the twisting. The disadvantage of trimming your own hair is that you may trim off more or less than is needed, and your hair is in all likelihood going to be uneven. I can attest to that. I trim as I need, and yeah, you always find that it's uneven. The advantage is that you aren't likely to get heat damage, especially if you aren't using heat. And of course, you also save money. So do have a look at it, and that was the preparatory step of getting ready for the 6 months growth challenge, which we're all very excited about. Okay, catch you all later. Hi, if you are doing the 6-month challenge, welcome on board. My name is Adwoa. If I haven't met you personally, my nickname is Adwoa, so you may also know me as Adwoa. And I'm just starting off with my preparation step that JC recommended for us. So I did a trim today. What I did was to just spritz my hair with water. I never handle my Afro textured hair without it being moist. So I just spritz it very lightly, not to wet it, just to get it damp. And you can add some oil for additional lubrication, but I have a lot of products in my hair. Normally during the week, I wear my hair in a bun, which means I use the gel, that the flaxseed and xanthan gum gel that some of you may have, the curl effect. And so it already had lots of product in it, and I didn't want to add more, so I just used water. And so that allowed me to just separate my hair, and I put it in big twists initially. after detangling, I'll put it in just, after detangling each one, I'll put it in big twists. And then to actually do the trim, my scissors is downstairs. I haven't got it with me, but I use shears that are dedicated to trimming my hair. So then I started sectioning even, so each of these I would just unravel and give it another good detangle. I only use my fingers. Even for this, I only use my fingers. So I just went through and give it another, starting right from the tips, give it a thorough detangle, and then I work my way up, and I just retwisted each of these. From these turned into two, and I've started at the back, and then I just, wherever I pulled it and wherever it started to thin at the ends, I do periodic trimming. So I didn't have a lot of hair that was needing to be trimmed off, but for today, to start the challenge, wherever it was starting to thin off, I then cut it. So I didn't actually end up having to cut too much because I do it periodically. And this is a great way to just get rid of the older hair that you've got and just have the newer, healthier hair coming through. If you don't want to just be drastic and shave everything off, it's a good idea to periodically just go through and get rid of the thinning, unhealthy, damaged hair, you know, every 2 or 3 months, and that way you always have the length that you're happy with, but your hair remains healthy. So that's how I've been trimming. So with this one, what I will do as I work my way up is just detangle it, and I will just twist it back up. You can see, yeah, I will just go ahead and twist it right up again. And once I twist it, it makes it much easier to see which of my which parts of my hair needs to be trimmed off. So having a look at this, if I had my scissors in this shot, we know clearly that these are the ones I'm going to cut off. So I'll probably end up cutting off just that much, and so I'm going to go through and do it to the rest of my hair. So happy preparation for you, and just refer back to the post that I share from JC. It has much more detail as to why you're doing each step. So welcome on board, and let's do this. I will see you all later.